Welcome to the next episode of the Gentleman of Style Show. I'm Baldwin.
And I'm Creech. And today it's my pleasure to give you guys something that you probably hadn't seen before. We're going to bring you a recap of the great, incomparable Miguel Wilson Fashion and Polo Classic. If you've never heard of it, this is your first time hearing of it, you're in for a treat.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're just going to jump into Bentley, and we're going to take a short ride into the event. Terrence, you ready to get this started?
Hey man, I'm getting in a Bentley. Of course I'm ready to get it started.
I know that's right, man. You look pretty smooth back there.
Hey man, I don't think it's a possibility in the world that you cannot look smooth riding in a Bentley. That's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'd like to see that for myself.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct, my friend. Absolutely correct. They treated us real well. VIP access, all access to the polo event. How do you feel about it, Terrence? You think they were treating us good?
Yeah, they gave us an opportunity to experience something a little bit different. Culturally, just to be honest, most African Americans don't do too much in the arena of polo. So having that, plenty of us probably have been to fashion shows, but incorporating the polo and horses and doing it with this level of elite attention, making sure that the attention to all details, from having water at registration to making sure that that you're picked up in a prompt manner, so you're not waiting around all day. They pretty much thought of everything.
Exactly, absolutely. And that was our driver you just saw just now. Really nice guy. They come around, they open the door for you, put you in. Really taking care of you, very polite, making sure if you're waiting that you understand. We're going to take care of you. As you can see, we're driving right up to the event. You see some people in golf carts. It's a couple of different levels of access. We had VIP level of access. General admission, you still get shuttled into the event. It's just on a golf cart instead of a Bentley. So right now we're pulling up to the event. You can kind of see. Now we got there fairly early. But we were only 30 minutes late, so that's good for the black guys.
Well, first of all, for an event like this, there's no fashionably late. You may want to get there and experience the whole thing. Since this is my first time out, I wasn't trying to miss too much of anything. I believe in, making sure that, I can actually say that, yeah, I experienced this, that, the other. So if you're late, you miss something. So, if you've never experienced anything like this, you want to be on time.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely correct. So, being prompt and getting there on time, I would say, is very important. 9 times out of 10, you'll probably see something getting there early that you probably wouldn't see if you get there on time or fashionably late. So there's some entertainment factors to be had by that as well. So don't be fooled about that. So right now we're posting up at our table. Actually, when we arrived and we got out of the Bentley, we were shuttled. We were instructed, hey, this is where the VIP area is. So we went to the VIP area first. It's on the other side. This area that you're seeing right now is the area that's over by the stables. I'm not sure how to describe this area, but it's where they have the fashion show and the runway and everything set up is quite a large area. As you can see, that's a very hot ceiling over there with ceiling fans, and it's set up with nice chairs and nice tables. We just kind of picked the table off to the back so we could have a very nice vantage point so we could see the whole crowd. So we were there early enough that we could take advantage of that.
And not to mention, we were pretty much at the edge, so that when the polo match started, all we basically had to do was turn around. And, we had one of the best views of the polo match. So
absolutely,
it just kind of worked itself.
Very strategic. That's how we roll. We know what we're doing. We're professionals.
And there was a little bit of luck involved in that too. So
there was no luck involved in that, man. We're professionals.
Hey, man,
that was strategic.
We knew that there was going to be a polo match, and we guessed that it was going to be right behind us to a certain degree. We didn't know that for sure, but it was a pretty good guess. So
yeah, it was a pretty good guess that that's where they were going to hold it at, on the field.
Yeah,
on the field. I mean, I couldn't imagine they would shuttle us somewhere else to have that. Oh, and on the pun, I forgot. As soon as we arrived, we exit the Bentleys. They gave us champagne. They had it waiting for us. Well, even before that, we were greeted by Miguel himself as we got out of the Bentleys. And then we were told this is the VIP area over here. Now, this is not the VIP area that you're seeing right now, but as I said before, you'll see that later on. Miguel greeted us, and then we were given champagne, and then we walked to the VIP area to kind of check that out. Now, right now, we just kind of found our area, as we explained before, over here near the polo field, and establishing a great view of where the fashion show is going to take place. Since we were there, a good amount of time, we were, I wouldn't call it fashionably late or anything like that. I actually say we were fairly on time, to be honest with you. And I think right now there's a lot of people pulling up. You probably can't see that. Okay, there's the field behind us right there. So check out that vantage point.
Now what you're basically taking a look at is what I like to call Hat Central, because the hats were up in this piece. Everybody was doing their thing. Everybody was making their own statement. The women showed up. They showed out. There were some beautiful hats by the women. The brothers did their thing too, so I'm not going to take away from them. But if you're looking right now,
and to add to what Preach is saying, they had a award ceremony at the end, and it was for hats. So if you're entertaining the possibility of attending this event on the 3rd annual classic, then step your game up, because there could be something in it for you.
And also, there is also celebrities in the house. Gotta point them out. We got AJ from 106 in Park back in the day. We got my man Waka Flocka over there with his lovely wife Tammy.
Correct.
Right ahead of you, you got Pastor Jamal Bryant sitting there getting this conversation on. And well, if you've checked out some of our social media, you've seen some of the pictures of some of them. Also not shown right now, the lovely Miss Lisa Wu from the first season of Atlanta Housewives, and now she's acting and doing her thing in other arenas. So very, 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 very lovely lady. Had a chance to speak with her briefly. Very nice, very engaging. Same thing with Pastor Bryant. So yeah, it was all in all a good time.
North of Atlanta, where we're at right now, But okay, we switch screens here. I believe is this okay. This is where okay, we're panning around. I'm not sure if this is where we do the walkthrough or not. It's possible this is where we do the walkthrough. Just give us a second to let the video advance. Okay. So the young lady that was sitting in front of us. Okay, this is where we do the walkthrough. Okay, as you can see, we're going to do a walkthrough here, and going by the Grey Goose bar here. As you notice, look at hats are on deck. So that's the runway where the fashion show is going to take place. You can see all of that DJ movement over there. People start to grab their seats. That area is actually going to be like super packed a little bit later on. You'll be able to get a view of that. So as we go through right here, it's kind of spread out. Right in front of you, there's another area. You'll see that again shortly right there, that white tent. There's a kind of a buffet style setup for food over there. This is the drop off where we got dropped off initially in the VIP area, straight ahead right there. We're going to get back there in a second. There's several backdrops here. Terrence, you want to jump in and give me your view on what you noticed? Because I know you did a good walk around.
Yeah, whenever you arrive, basically if you're in VIP, they drop you at the I call it a clubhouse. The clubhouse is off to your left. It's nice. It's an old school country type of setup with rocking chairs on the deck or the porch or whichever you want to call it. Of course, they had a bar set up. He'll get to that in a minute, but what I was about to get to is that when you get dropped off in the VIP, not that you're the only ones that can do this, but there's a red carpet right there where you go across the red carpet, you take your pictures, and if you're there early enough, which we were, Miguel greets you or whatever, and if you want to take pictures with Miguel or whoever, then you just keep walking over to the red carpet, get your pictures done.
And let me say something, man. If you can look right past there, we're out in the country. If you see, looking way back, beautiful country, beautiful land, we're out there. And this is how I kind of grew up out there with all the land and everything like that. So it's a great atmosphere. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's really what I was going to say as far as the red carpet. And again, he's about to walk into the area, which is the VIP area, where you'll basically, you'll see the rocking chairs. You can kind of see a few of them right there. You walk up, you have your I guess you would say your host, your security as well, to make sure you are VIP. You get your VIP bracelet when you first register. And then, as you can see, the ladies have, got on them chairs and look like the old Sunday mothers at the church with their hats on and whatnot. And then you'll see the bar. There's a bar over there, and then there's tree. It's just a lot, not really a lot going on, but it's a lot of atmosphere right there. They've got art over there that you can see. In a minute, he'll pan back, and you can see people, of course, having a great time. A lot of the ladies kind of posted up over in that area because it was a little bit cooler than other areas. I think there was a couple of fans over there, and plus, it's right outside of the other VIP where the food and right, more drinks and more drinks, and also a restroom. A couple of restrooms were in there, so I think that really played a part in everybody kind of gravitating to that area at some point in time. And this is that bar in that corner. Like I said, pretty much in every corner you went to, there was a bar, so you had no reason to say you couldn't find a drink. So
absolutely not.
None of the bars.
You were dry. It was your fault.
And none of the bars were packed. So them having enough bars around, the event made a whole lot of difference, because you didn't have to wait in line for 30, 40, 50 minutes to get a drink. And there were a lot of people at this event. And as you can see, just back to the right where we were, there was another bar. So again, right, there was enough places that you could get a drink, and again,
and there's the specialty bar coming up.
Right, and again, even if you didn't drink alcohol, of course they had other things for you to drink. But I'm just, kind of reiterating the fact that there was more than spaces for you to go and get a drink. Because normally when you have so many people at an event, you tend to have to spend a lot of time in line to get things. You didn't even have to spend that much time in line to get food. When I went to get my food, it took me 10 minutes at most, and that was part of the walk over there and part of the walk back. I walked in, got a plate, let them know exactly what I wanted, got what I wanted, and walked right back out the door. Well, I'll take that back and walk right back out the door. I walked over to the specialty bar and made my own drink, and then I walked back out the door and went back to my table. So it was a very, 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 very well put together thing so that people weren't constantly waiting. Now, I'll say this, maybe that's what it was for VIP. I don't know what it was if you were not VIP, so I don't want to have everybody thinking, oh, well, there was no real wait, and then on the other side there may have been wait. May not have been, but that part I don't know, so I won't give it one side.
And let me jump in. Let me say this. The VIP was limited. So if you didn't buy a VIP ticket, it wasn't like you could buy a VIP ticket all the way out. VIP would get sold out if you went to this event and you thought you were going to get it within the last week or something like that. No, it doesn't work like that. But go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, you were correct, and I think you could see some of the food that was on some of the tables where people were eating, and they had seating on the inside for some of the ladies where they, when you wear those nice heels, ladies, we get it. You're gonna have to sit down eventually, so they tried to give you guys a lot of different seating around the event. So
But I think having VIP access was worth it because it gives you another dimension of choice. It kind of broadens out your choices. Now, if you were general admissions, you still get all the food and everything, and still unlimited drinks and all of that. But you don't get access to certain areas. Like only the VIP can get access to the area that we're in now, on the porch and on the inside and the shelves and all of that. That's something totally different, but you pay for that.
Right, and if you look, as you could see, some of the paintings and some of the art, all of that stuff was over in the VIP area. And then they had some of those, not the same paintings, of course, but they had some of that other stuff over in a whole nother area. But they tried to make it very, very, very nice for those who, purchase the VIP and so forth.
Exactly. And once again, as we kind of peruse and kind of breeze through here, you see, very well dressed. Actually, right now where we're under the tent, the outside portion of it, I know we were talking about the humidity and how it was hot earlier and everything, but it wasn't so bad, as we got to the day. Now, the event started at 2 o'clock, from 2 till 8 p.m., which wasn't bad at all. Nice time frame for this event. So as it went on into the evening time, and once again, a lot of people, they kept on their coats, they kept on your blazers. I know you can notice Creech right there. He had on his blazer. He didn't come out of that blazer all day.
I did not.
He did not. He kept it professional. He kept it nice. Right now, we got a good pan of the crowd here, and look, it was a nice event. People came out. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. People will show up for something that's nice, that's professional, that's organized, and also if it's for a good cause. And this has another dimension of it when I speak about a good cause. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah, and actually what you're watching now is the fashion show, or part of the fashion show. Again, a great opportunity for young fashion designers. Miguel Wilson is always open to working with new designers and trying to cultivate relationships and make sure that whenever he is, as he continues to ascend in the world of polo and fashion and all the things that he's doing, he's always very, very humble and trying to make sure that people who are trying to do things whatever realm that may be connected to something that he's doing. He's always very receptive into trying to make sure that if he can help or lend a hand, he does just that. That's how we met him for our show, and it was a great interview. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But it was a great interview for him to kind of let people know about what he was doing with his polo and reaching out to HBCUs. And I mean, he's done exactly the things that he said he wanted to do, and he's continued to do that. And this particular event is exactly part of his vision, and he's trying to live that vision and doing a good job doing it.
Exactly. And I would encourage anyone, if you're viewing this today, to go back and look at our interview with Miguel, because it's very humbling as far as how he speaks about what he's doing and how he's living his life. For example, Miguel, he told us he does not own a vehicle, which was kind of surprising with someone who's operating at the level that he's operating at. But he makes a very convincing acknowledgement of why that is. So it'll be worth your while to go back and catch that episode with Miguel Wilson on the Gentleman of Style show and understand his philosophy, why he looks at it, why he lives the life that he lives in the way that he does live it, which kind of directly plays into how he's able to do some of the things, achieve some of the things. If you really think about it, that we are experiencing on this day at the Atlanta Fashion Polo Classic here.
What you're looking at now is the Nicole Wilson collection. Her collection is absolutely phenomenal. I watched every model come in, come out. She really, really is talented. I enjoyed her work, and at some point I'm gonna have to make sure we reach out to her so that we can get her on the show. She is a very, very talented woman, and her line is absolutely wonderful. So big kudos, big ups, big shout out, however you want to put it, to Lisa Nicole. You did a great job. Your models did wonderful. They were very, very on point. They did those clothes very proud. They did the whole line proud.
Oh yeah, because now that you mentioned that, I was really impressed by her collection and the way that she orchestrated it. It was so poised. Look at it. Look at how they're doing this. I mean, it's on a high, like, okay, I'm sure you all have heard of New York Fashion Week and the European events and everything. Look at how these women are so poised, and look at that walk. Now, is that not high level, high fashion? Look at that. Come on, you got to give it up. I'm trying to tell you, I mean, they represented to the utmost. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, they are taking it to another level. So when I tell you, when you go and you experience this, now Miguel promised us that it was going to be an experience, and he absolutely delivered on what he said. Absolutely delivered.
Yeah. I'm sitting here right now, I'm just kind of reliving some of this, looking at the models, looking at the hats, looking at just looking at the interaction between the models and of course the guests who are seeing these pieces for the very first time. And I think that one of the most true facts is when people see something and their first impression. I mean, it's it's kind of classic. It's one of those things.
Look at that dress. Look at that dress.
And
that's class.
There was a lot.
That's class.
There was a lot of media coverage, a lot of photography, a lot of videography. This thing was very well covered from front to back, from the polo to the fashion to people arriving. the whole nine. And one of the simple mentions, just to get off subject a little bit, was just even the arrival. If you're that person and you wanted to experience, you could have purchased a ticket where you arrive in a helicopter, get dropped off, have the media basically meet you at the helicopter where you get your pictures taken, get your video done, and then you would escorted to a nice Bentley vehicle. You get in that Bentley vehicle and then you basically have arrived, because that's when they drop you off at the VIP and your experience begins. So he did a wonderful job in making sure that people had great experiences. And yes, you will pay for an experience. I don't care where you go, whether it's this event, whether you go abroad, whatever you do, you pay for experiences. And he made sure that he delivered on whatever you were paying for. So, again, a great job on that. And if you've seen anything that we've posted since the event, you'll see the helicopter and things of that nature on social media. But I just wanted to mention that as part of the experience, that this is just a wonderful thing.
I mean, absolutely. I'm in a total agreement of that. And once again, I mean, I don't mean to keep going back to this, but I'm just looking at the line, and once again, just so impressed by how poised these women are and how they articulate. I mean, this is fashion. This is like fashion that it's not like something that you will wear that you will wear on just one occasion. This is something that you could wear on a regular basis. I mean, some of it's a little bit more than others, but it's something that, hey, you could wear that out and you could like look, like really, really see. Like this lady right here, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's some fly stuff to me. I think there's something to be said by a woman that's able to just accent everything that she has with their clothes, the way that they're doing this and everything. It's very professional, very laid out, just so poised. I mean, I'm just so impressed by all of this. And while we were sitting there and we were filming all of this, I'm like, man, look at this. It's so high. I love it. I love it. And look at the atmosphere. Look at what's going on around there. I mean, there's so much energy. And I think there's a lot of synergy going on as well, because I think the people, the crowd, even the cameraman, all of it's playing together off of each other. And I mean, it's all a combination together. So I don't know if they planned it like that, or if it was something that just happened. I think it's just organic, to be honest with you. So I for one, I'm just impressed with the overall accomplishment of the event, and it just kept going. It just kept going. There, look at this. Trust me.
Yeah, overall, they had great designers. They had great vendors. Big shout out to, but I will name out Ginger Yums. We had an opportunity to meet the proprietors of that, and it was an absolute great experience to meet them. One, because their product is great. The juices that they have with that ginger, oh my goodness.
Oh,
the
yes.
kick and the flavors and all of that stuff is very, 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 very
outstanding
very,
product. Outstanding.
And again, the name of it is called Ginger Yums. They're out of Atlanta. They're in the process of setting up their whole corporation and shipping and all these other good things. But now, as I know it to be, they have product on hand. So I know that they will ship. You have to find that information out. You can go to Ginger Yums Instagram and work from there. But they've got some great flavors, from pineapple, strawberry, lemongrass, mint, Georgia peach, all these things. They were at, I think I tried at least 4 or 5 of those, and each one of them I wouldn't mind having. At some point I will purchase, and that's just one of the vendors. But they did have quite a few different vendors that did what they were supposed to do while they were there. One of those vendors, I will name out the other one if I can find them on here. I'm not sure I see them, but they were they had a lot of I can't name you if I don't see you. Anyway, they had some pretty good vegan food. I had some jerk cabbage.
I couldn't eat jerk cabbage because I'm allergic to cabbage. So Terrence said eat my cabbage. I was like, dang, I really wanted it.
That jerk cabbage was very good. So I would love to name the vendor, but I have no idea. I don't see them on the catalog. But it was things like that, and I think that's again, they did a good job in having a lot of different vendors that allowed you to experience different things, and it also gave those vendors the opportunity to brand with different types of people who may never have gotten a chance to try those different brands. Like, I would have probably never heard of Ginger Yum without being at this event. And then the vegan food that I tried, I think I have a card somewhere, but I would have never had an opportunity to try that probably. Maybe I would, maybe not. So these events give you an opportunity to really experience some things that you may not readily, experience or have at your fingertips. So one way or another, you do get something great out of these experiences, and it may not necessarily be the Miguel Wilson collection classic, fashion and polo. It may be something in another area that you may want to attend. So it's just a matter of finding events and seeing that you can, brighten your own horizons, or find something culturally that's different from what you're normally used to. And this, for me, of course, I've been to fashion shows and I've been to different events. I'd never been to a polo match before. So guess what? Now I can say I have been to one. So at the end of the day, it was not on my bucket list, but hey, everything's not necessarily on your bucket list for you to try. But it does give you some cultural experience and an opportunity for you to look at some things that other people enjoy, and maybe you do enjoy it, maybe you don't, but just maybe you will. So for me, would I go to another polo match? I absolutely would.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And right now, you're getting a shot of the Miguel Wilson collection, wedding collection. This is a shot from the back where we were posted up earlier. There actually may be some more footage out there. We may be able to add some into this broadcast, or we may be able to point you to the footage that we acquired up there. As you can see, Creature's up there. He's getting some closer perspective of it. I'm not sure where that footage is at, but if we still have it, we'll give you the link or point you in the right direction.
If you really want to see that footage, then you should have been watching my live. I was dead live that whole time.
Okay, so there it really is. It's on the live.
If you're that curious and you were paying attention to what was going on, and all you had to do was tune into my live, it's still up there on my page. If you know my page name, then you know exactly where to find it.
Okay, there it is. So you have the directions on how to find the closer footage. We have the footage here, but there's more. If you go to Creature's page, you can see the up close footage. That's him right there to the bottom left hand side of the screen, right there. So he's in there. He's getting it all. So if you want it, go to Creature's page, and you'll be able to be entertained and take that all in. Once again, that's the Miguel Wilson wedding collection that is on the runway right now. He is a very high line designer, and if you looking for something that's going to set you apart from the norm and put you up on a pedestal that's going to be above all the rest, then you owe it to yourself to check out Miguel Wilson Wedding Collection if that's something that you desire in your life. If you want to go to the next level on that. Once again, he's a very sociable and humble person. He will take care of you, and it'll be an experience that you will never forget. And always remember, as per his motto, it's not just for the bride, it's for the groom too. Because Miguel Wilson, he always, he'll tell you, if you see him, he firmly believes that it's his day too. Yeah. Got it. And right now, okay, I think I changed the position of the camera here. I thought I could get a better vantage point without blocking anyone if I move to the side. And so it's a little bit better here. I think they're kind of ending their runway walks now, and they're going to the back. And I believe soon you will see the final runway walk with Miguel ending it up at the end. So,
yeah, basically, all the models will come back out. You see all the models coming back out, and then Miguel follows the models out. And then, of course, he gets a chance to get his standing ovation, which he deserves for putting on a great event. It was absolutely wonderful. The event was geared toward raising some money to fund one of his visions, which is the having a polo team at HBCU colleges, and that's something that I got to take a moment. That guy dancing right there is Miguel's father. Yes, that is actually his dad. Prior to his dad coming out, the very first person that walked that runway was his grandfather. And that,
right. Again, I'm glad you said that. I was going to say that, but you got it.
And that, again, if you want to see that type of stuff, you should be able to go to, if you follow me, just go to my Facebook page. If you don't follow me, then go follow us on the Gentleman Style Show. Always basically winding up, and again, the reason for the show for him, the vision for him is to make sure that young African American men and women, if they so choose, have the opportunity to play polo. He fell in love with horses as a young person, and he feels that it's his duty to try to give that same love for horses to young people who otherwise wouldn't get the opportunity. So with that, he has established the first African American polo club, the first of the African American polo club at Morehouse University in Atlanta, Georgia. So he's realizing his dream and what he wanted to do, and he's doing that now. And so a lot of the proceeds for his foundation came from this event, and he's going to continue to fund and spread that HBCU love to each and every one that he can. So big kudos to him, and that's the culmination of what this event was all about.
HBCU.
So at this point, the event is ending. He's saying his goodbyes. He's thanking his people. And everybody's had their day in the sun. And they've had a wonderful time. He will hang around, take some pictures. People are mingling. And at this point, the Bentleys are pulling up. Cars are pulling up from valet. It's a done deal. It's a wrap.
Thanks for joining us. Until next week. I'm Bowling.
And I'm Creech.